Hey guys, Heidi here, and we are here for day 3. Blue is in the room as well. Day 3 for the fall ball. Okay, so I just want to say first off, again, a huge thank you. We've been giving away a lot of prizes, and I want to go ahead and give another prize away right off the bat. Okay, so let me make sure that we have you on Facebook. Okay, so let me know if you've had a good time, and if you have, let me know if you are excited about what I'm going to teach you tonight, because I am going to be teaching you one of the Facebook ads that have changed my whole business. And so for those of you that have been painting and been thinking about this, oh good, yes, we already have 73 comments. Oh my gosh, good. Renee says, I'm loving it, finishing the owl right now. Awesome. Oh my gosh, yes, okay, so cool. Wonderful time learning to such adorable decor pieces. Yay, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're liking it. Okay, so let me go ahead and give another prize away, because Blue is somewhere. Where'd he go? Where'd Blue go? Blue's in my office somewhere, and I have been giving away prizes like crazy. Remember, we do have more prizes coming. Okay, so let's go ahead and announce a winner for just some extra fun mail. I've been sending all kinds. I sent out a ton of extra fun mail. So if I say your name, I'm going to go ahead and put your name on this card, because I have something special in there for you. Let's go ahead and pick Mandy Stockley. Mandy Stockley, I'm going to write your name down. Let me write it down on the envelope. I'm going to do that throughout the night. We have been celebrating all week during this fall ball, and I have a special announcement at the end of tonight's thing. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end, because some of you have been asking me about Paint Party headquarters, and I have something really cool in store for you at the very end that I'm going to share. So let's go ahead. I want to share some of your beautiful paintings. Okay, so let me share my screen, and hopefully you can see this. Okay, so if you go over to media, you can see how everything's starting to auto-populate. It's going crazy. Oh, good. Everybody's saying congratulations, Mandy. Y'all are so sweet. Oh, Deborah has her great nephew tonight, but she's going to watch as much as she can. Oh my gosh. Well, good. We're glad you're here. Lisa, you have all weekend to work on your paintings. That's totally fine. Hey, Lori. Okay, so these are auto-populating like crazy. That means that y'all have submitted. Like I said, we have over 4,500 people painting these with us, around 3,000 of you, and then 1,500 of you in Paint Party headquarters. So I wanted to just kind of show off the different things here. So how cute. Oh my gosh, look at how cute this one is. That one is so adorable. There's like a bee and some cute stuff. And oh my gosh, the lace trim. You can see that it's got a mixed media vibe. So, so cool. And as we come up here, now we're starting to see some of the owls. Wow, she even added a tree to it. Beautiful job. Samantha King, saving my canvas for my clients, but I have wood, so that's what I use. This is the back side of the witch painting. Oh my gosh, great job. Love these. I could look at these. Oh my gosh, look at this sweet girl. Oh, Tanya, you're a sweet girl. And look at these. They're just so freaking cute. This is what I love so much about sharing paintings like this is, you know, I have an idea, but then y'all take it to a much cooler level. Look at this. Is this on a piece of wood? Oh, tree bark. Marianne. Beautiful job. And look at the colors of that purple and that green. So, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this. So I just wanted to say there's so many cool things like this that you can do. I could look through here forever and just have so much fun. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of the fall ball. So we are tonight, you know, and again, I will type up your homework just like I have the last 2 nights. I've seen a lot of y'all have been watching Jaws and doing some cool stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to type up, you know, we have a post going out that you'll put your picture below it, your paintings. Now that's how you get entered into the contest for all the prizes. Okay. Here's the thing. I want you to know the potential. Okay. So how many of you on here are you're on here for the paint party part, but you're also kind of curious about the business. Let me know if you're curious about the business, or let me know if you're like, yeah, game on. I want to make enough money to pay for my Christmas this year. Or, I'd like to know some little skills to do this or that. If you know how to do this ad, which I'm going to walk you step by step. So whenever you're watching this, even if you're confused, I want you to look at this as like, maybe right now it's a little confusing and I might not use it just yet, but this is an ad I've been doing for over 2 years and it seems to just get better with time. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share the video that we have. Let me find it real quick. I'm going to let you watch this with me. It's 13 minutes long, and then I'm going to do a 10-minute Q&A. Let me go ahead and pick a winner now, and then I'll pick a winner right after the video. Okay, so let's see. Rhonda Thomas, R-O-N-D-A. Rhonda Thomas, if you will send me your address, you are the next winner. So Rhonda Thomas, you're the next winner. And then I'm going to pick another person right after the Q&A part. Okay. So thank y'all for staying with me. And again, if you glaze over, it's okay. We're creatives. This part sometimes is a little overwhelming, but I promise you, remember I said marketing and innovation are the two biggest things you can have in your business. If you don't have a marketing budget, you don't have a business. So I want y'all to watch this and be open-minded. Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to share with you how to do a Facebook ad, which is a video view Facebook ad. But yes, I just want to remind you, as you are doing anything with business, there's going to be times when things like this happen. And yes, it sucks and it happens, but it's a part of it, okay? So I want to show you. So right here, you're going to go to add. And then from ad, I hope you can see this. I know there's a little bit of a delay. So make sure, I have a couple of different accounts. So make sure yours is your business account, okay? So once you get to your business account, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a video view ad. So go ahead and click on video views. And then from the video views, I want you to basically name your campaign, okay? So you're gonna name your campaign right here. And can y'all see this okay? Let me see if I can do the font just a little bit bigger. How's that? Is the font okay? I just changed it to pretty high. There's a little bit of a delay, so I think it's going to be good. Okay, so here's what we're going on. So you have your new campaign. You're going to hit video views. From video views, I want you to name it. So I'm going to do mine testing fall ball. I'm going to do a snowman I have going on. So there is a Facebook Live. So step one, you need to do a Facebook Live, okay? So then step two, let me get that really zoomed in for y'all. And then you're going to create your video view ads. So testing fall ball snowman. So you would put whatever it looks like, right? Now, here's what I want you to know. Facebook is not a person that you can just call and say, hey, Facebook, I did a daily budget of $100 and I made a mistake. Can you give me a refund? That is not going to ever happen, okay? So Facebook will take your money and run in a heartbeat. So you have to change your daily budget. So let's say your daily budget is $5 a day, okay? When I started doing Facebook ads, it was $2 a day. But I do want you to know that Facebook kind of rewards you if you keep your ad going. So if you do a really great Facebook Live and you're wanting to get people to get to know you, then I would do $2 a day. And then when you feel comfortable, go to $5 a day, but keep it happening every single day. So if you're doing $2 a day times 30, that's what, $60 a month for marketing. I think that is a great place to start, okay? So now you're gonna hit continue. And then I'm gonna go ahead and change the ad set name. And I'm just gonna do, again, testing Heidi, Fall Ball, and Snowman. I'm just going to name it all the same so I know. And then right here is where there's a lot of extra fun stuff. Now, a lot of this extra stuff, we have 2 Facebook ads. So I have in a different course that I offer once a year, Outer Limits, I have 2 Facebook ads that Gretchen, my Facebook angel, helped me with. and she's way better at this than I am, but I do want to show you the one that you need to know right now. So right now it's showing 230 million, is that million people? What we're going to do is you're going to be able to pick your location. Okay, so you can edit this and put in any location you want. So you could type, you know, Australia, and we have a lot of Australians. Do we have anybody from Australia or Canada or anything like that? Oh, and we will do a 10-minute Q&A after this. So don't worry, if you have some questions, make sure you write them down and we'll get to them. So you could put any kind of other things that you want. I'm just going to keep this one for the United States right now. And then people living or previously in this location. Now I'm going to change age. I want the age to be around, usually people that follow me or learn from me are usually 30 to 65 plus. So you can see potential reach started to go down a little bit. I'm going to take the genders and I'm going to change it to women. So now it's gone down to 88 million people. And then you can do detailed targeting. So you can either leave this off or you can hit edit and you can put something like Michael's. If you want to do Michael's stores, people who like Michael's, maybe people who like Hobby Lobby, you know, not the employers, but maybe people who are interested in Hobby Lobby. And you could even do something like Joann's Fabrics, something like that, Joann's Stores. And then you have all these people and it still kept it around, you know, 8.5 million, okay? So now I'm gonna have all languages. I'm gonna edit that because I need it to be in English all, because you don't wanna run ads to people that may not be understanding what you're saying. Okay, so I'm not gonna save this audience. I'm just gonna scroll down. I'm gonna keep it in automatic placements, and I'm also going to keep it in through play. All right, and then I'm going to run my ad set continuously. So all of that will stay the same, okay? And at the end of this, what we'll do is we will actually probably like edit this part of it so you have this part that will show you really well. Okay, so I'm going to hit continue. Now from continue, I'm going to change the ad name again. I'm going to do testing, Fall Ball, Snowman. I just like to name them all the same, okay? Now you want to make sure your Facebook page is right here selected in case you might have not even known it, but maybe you had some other Facebook pages. Also, another thing I want to remind you is that you need to make sure Facebook, of course, always be careful of spams and scams and stuff like that out there, but they have to have your bank account linked or they will not do any Facebook ads for you. Because they immediately, so like I have mine right now selected on $150 threshold. So every time a Facebook ad for $150 comes out, will come out, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna use an existing post. So from an existing post, this is where I want you to find a live. I want you to find a Facebook Live and you can just hit change post. And you should have already been doing some Facebook Lives. Any of y'all have been doing Facebook Lives? You should have already been doing some Facebook Lives. And if you have, you can look and see how many people have liked it. You can kind of see which Facebook Lives are getting more traction, okay? So this one, the vinyl stencil, has quite a bit of traction. And then you can select which one that you'd like, okay? So you can find out which one you think is going to be the best one. We already have this one, the Facebook post, the easy painting that was fun to create. And it's a lot of fun for the, that I did. I think I did this last week. So I just picked one that I already did. Okay. All right. So from here, and I'm going to look, just make sure that's the, yeah. So this one right here already has 46 comments and 668 shares. So this is one that's already been going crazy. However, you can totally, you know, pick one that you know you did a good job. So let's say you're brand new to this and you're just now starting. Do a really good job doing, you know, teaching something, doing a cute little snowman or a fall ball or something like that, and then run a video view ad to it. And from that video view ad, then you're going to get more views. And more views means more people are going to see your stuff, okay? And then from learn more, you may not have a link for somebody to sign up for example, this is the fall ball. you may not have a link yet. So you can remove this and not have this link here at all. And then all you do is you just scroll down, leave everything else the same, and hit confirm. Now, once you hit confirm, oh, great question, Jean. How are you making money from people watching an old Facebook Live? Oh, I love that question. Let me answer that in just a second. Old Facebook Live. It's like putting pennies in a savings bank. Okay, so now we have Heidi test for fall ball, and it's going to, let me see here, I got to switch this over. You should only have one of these. Okay, so whenever you're doing yours, you should just have the one. Okay, so we're going to have the campaign test for fall ball and it's going to go through. Sometimes it takes longer. Refund. Oh yeah, that's nothing. Sometimes it takes longer for things to go through, so it just depends on how long. So these are all the ads that we have running right now. So we have a lot of ads running. So this is the one that I just did. This says in review, lowest cost, $5 a day. This can take anywhere from 5 minutes to approve on up to 5-6 days to approve. So Facebook likes to approve them on their own sweet time. Sometimes they do them faster than others, but sometimes they don't. And so basically what I'll do is I will let that be approved, and then all that's going to do is bring more people to watch me. Okay, so now I'm going to stop the share, and let's all take a collective deep breath. Okay, all together. Because was it Joan that had a great question? And I see so many people lost, and I want to tell you a couple of things, okay? Because a lot of you are nowhere near ready for this step. But I want to tell you why I wanted to show you this step. Okay? Here's the reason why I need you to know that this could be a possibility for later, okay? So guys, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. Online, in person, art kits, we pivot. Basically, anything creative, we're figuring out how our ladies can do that, right? Whether they're doing art kits, online paint parties, in-person paint parties, whatever it is. Here's the thing. How many of you found me because you were scrolling Facebook and you saw a fall ball Facebook ad? Let me know with a yes or a no. How did you find me? My 5-month-old grandson took a laugh, started laughing when I took a deep breath. Chugging vodka. I love it. You're cracking me up. Sandra, it's okay if you're not ready, but I want you to know right now. So I'm going to tell you a reason why you need to hear this right now. Okay? So the reason why, yep, saw the ad. Shanna says, I've seen the ad. Yes, Susie says yes. Yep, okay, we have another person that says yes. Okay, awesome. And we're going to have, Brendan's going to help me with some of these questions because I'm going to take some questions. And Vicky says yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all that found me. Probably most of you found me through a Facebook ad. So here's the thing. When I first started doing this, I had my mom watching. When I did my first Facebook Live, hi mom, hi mom. I had to finally stop saying hi mom, okay? But here's the reason why I want you to see this step, even if you're just gonna take a deep breath, put it on a back shelf for later, and know that, okay, when I'm ready for that step, I can go pick that up and use it, okay? Because people pay great money to know how to do what I just showed you to do. All right, and you got it for $3.33. So I want you to save this because you might not be ready for it now, but you will be ready for it one day as you grow. Now, I think it was Joan, maybe it was Joan that asked this. She said, watching and how will watching an old Facebook Live help you make money? Okay, so here's the deal about Facebook Lives. Here's the deal about Facebook ads. Every time, so that ad that I just ran, that everybody's going to be seeing that snowman that's been shared 500 and something times. Well, now that I'm running $5 a day to it, instead of 500 and something shares, it's going to go up to 1,000 and something shares. It's going to go up to even more shares. So what happens is that Facebook, their algorithm, holds those video views almost like a savings bank. Think of it like you're putting pennies in a savings account for video views. Okay, it's not real pennies, but you're going to be putting pennies in a savings account for video views. So for all of you that I mentor and I say, do a Facebook Live. Why don't you do a Facebook Live? How about you do a Facebook Live? You should probably do a Facebook Live. Why don't you paint and do a Facebook Live? It's because I'm teaching you to not only get used to it, it's one of the most powerful things that you can learn. Remember, we talked about marketing. Marketing being so important. You can be the best painter in the world, the best anything in the world, the best dentist, the best doctor, the best nurse practitioner, the best gymnast, whatever it is. But if you don't know how to market yourself, nobody's going to know what you do. Nobody's going to know how you can help them. Okay. And none of y'all would have found me if I'd not only got really good at what I love to do, but also learned how to do a Facebook ad, also learned how to start doing Facebook Lives. So when you ask, how are people going to make money off of an old Facebook Live? Well, what'll happen is every single one of those people that are watching that snowman video, I'm going to be able to later create another Facebook ad, and I'll be able to pull an audience of anybody who has watched any of that video. So let's say I do 10 videos over the next 30 days. And I'm painting and I'm creating and I'm just having fun, but I do a Facebook Live during it. It's going to start growing. It's like putting those pennies in a bank account. Then when I'm ready to create an ad for Facebook, I'm going to be able to create an audience and select those people who have watched my videos. So now when I send out another ad, they already know me. So some of y'all are brand new to me and you're like, who is this chick? It was fun painting, but what the heck is she talking about? And others of you are like, hey, I've seen your videos. Now that I think about it, I've watched some of that. Like, and you're starting to see like, oh my gosh, I have seen some of her videos. That's the power of being able to know how to do a Facebook ad, but also the power of doing a Facebook Live. What I don't want you to miss out on, okay? Here is this golden age of Facebook Lives. So many people are still terrified. How many of you right now are terrified to do a Facebook Live? Is anybody on here terrified to do a Facebook Live? So what's going to happen, and this happens with everything, things change. We always think, so-and-so will always be there to help me, or so-and-so will always be there to teach me this, or, even Facebook Lives will always be around and the algorithm will always be great, and then all of a sudden there's an announcement, TikTok's getting shut down. We don't know what's going to happen with it. We don't know if somebody else is buying it out. But in a matter of a second, a matter of somebody making a decision, a platform can change, an algorithm can change. And I say this not to scare you. I say this to hopefully encourage you to go, I was one of those that took action in 2020 and started doing Facebook Lives and saw my business do this in the middle of a pandemic when most people's business was doing this. And you have that choice by literally grabbing your phone and doing a Facebook Live. That easy. And then when you're ready, maybe you're not ready now, maybe you're drinking vodka and trying to take deep breaths and all of this is overwhelming you, and it should. If you're brand new to this, I want you to just give yourselves a pat on the back if you're still here. Everybody just pat on the back if you're still here, because it is overwhelming. But I don't want you to look back and regret that with 1.73 billion with a B people on Facebook, and you had free marketing tool to do a Facebook Live, and then you could spend a couple dollars a day instead of going and putting it on a billboard, or instead of putting it on a magnet on your car hoping somebody will look at it, or instead of putting it in the yellow pages or wherever people, I remember taking out ads for my paint parties and putting them in actual newspapers. That's how long I've been doing paint parties, for over 10 years. You can do this and reach so many people. At first, yes, it's slow, but then it gets faster and then faster. And then before you know it, you're like, what the heck is happening? It just builds this momentum, it just builds a momentum. So I'm going to start answering some questions. So that is the reason why you want to do a Facebook Live and then run a video view ad to it. There is so much I could talk about this. I don't want to make you get sick to your stomach because it is very overwhelming. But I do, oh, thank you, Lynn. I do want to start answering some of these questions. Okay, so Gail says, how do you charge for a Facebook Live? You don't charge for a Facebook Live. You literally go to your business Facebook page and you hit go live and you do a Facebook Live. You teach whatever. You start to build an audience. So the reason I did a $10 for the fall ball is because I had an audience. I had a lot of people that are already watching my videos. So now I can do an online paint party. As well as some of y'all, how many of y'all have been doing in-person paint parties for a long time? Those of you that have been doing in-person paint parties, if you have been learning from me, you know to have door prizes so that you can collect email addresses. And from those email addresses, you can also send out and say, hey, would you like to do a Facebook online party with me or an online paint party? And that's another way you can start charging. And Jen says, what is the call to action with an old live video to like your page? Jen, you don't technically have to have a call to action at all. Hear me. There are many ways to do this and you can have different strategies, but if you just do a Facebook Live and you're talking and teaching, you technically don't have to have a call to action. Again, those video views are getting saved in a little bank. And then when you create an audience, which is a whole nother training, when you create an audience, you can select anyone who has watched your video views and then send out the new ad to people who already know you. Isn't that cool? It's so, so cool. There's so many opportunities. This is why when I talk to my family, they glaze over. They have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like, but it's so cool. There's so many cool things that you can do as a creative. That's the greatest thing. Like right now, like the past 2 days, I've had well over 1,000 of y'all watching live because I was painting, right? But now that I'm a talking head, there's not as many of you watching live. And it's because we have so much potential. If you have something down and you're painting, people want to stop and they want to watch. Okay, so the next question. Tracy, can I block my friends from a Facebook Live? Some are judgy. Yes, Tracy, we block and ban people all the time. So just a little heads up about me is if you are mean on my page or you are a jerk, I take it from Dave Ramsey a long time ago. He said, yeah, we used to have the comments on our website and then everybody started being mean and saying things. That's my website. Like I created that. And if you're going to be a jerk, no comments. And he took off the comments for a while. I don't know if he has them on now, but I remember him saying that. And I thought, you know what? It's so true. And there are a million places you can go and be a jerk on Facebook. So if your friends are judgy, ban and block, ban and block. And you're doing Facebook Lives from your business page. Guys, you can do Facebook Lives all day long from your personal page, but what's going to happen is your personal friends and family, that business will eventually run dry. Yes, they want to support you and they want to help you, but you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. And you can't run Facebook ads on your personal page, so it needs to be done on a business page. Okay, Lynn says, can you stop paying at any time for ads or boost, or do you have to do it for a minimum of 30 days or so? Great question. You can stop it, start it whenever you want. However, I have found that Facebook kind of rewards you if you stay consistent. So we have ads. We have, for example, a page like ad that's been going forever. We probably need to stop it now because we really don't need it. But we've just had so many dollars a day going and it's just on repeat just to keep helping grow my page so that more people know about what I'm teaching. But yes, you can stop it at any time. Lynn, and all of y'all, boosting is the easier way to do an ad. but I wanted to show you the proper way, okay? This is like the real way to do an ad. So you can boost stuff and it does some stuff, but this way I just showed you, and this is just one of many. This way I just showed you is like the real way, so that you can get video views and lots of fun stuff to move forward. I can actually go back even to last year, and I can make an audience based on people last year who have watched my videos or commented on my videos, and actually do an ad to those people who watched my stuff last year. So let's say last year I was doing some gnomes and they loved it. And so let's say I wanted to do an ad and go, hey, I have a new gnome Christmas painting. I can do a specific ad based on who watched my gnome video last year, and then send that out. Online gnome paint party, or, hey, I have, a template for sale, a gnome template for sale, and I could run an ad specifically for that. So it's really, really cool. And I know for a lot of creatives, this part is like talking about going to the dentist. It makes your stomach hurt. For me, I love this part as much as I love painting a lot. So I would have to say I love painting the most. And then right under, I love talking business strategy and marketing, because without it, you can't help anybody. I have so many people that are so good at stuff, but they can't get past the fact that you need to learn this stuff. You need to get good at it, or you can't help that many people. And it's so, so important. So again, whether you are in your days right now of like, this is too much, I want you to just go back later, pause it, take a breather, let it sink in, and then know that it's there, because there's so many cool things you're going to be able to do with this. And Marianne says, so Facebook Live is when we pay $10. That's how we make your money, because you had an ad advertising Facebook Live. Okay, so a little bit of a confusion there. So a Facebook Live is free. So from your business page, if I go to Texas Art and Soul and I go live, I can teach a painting, I can talk, I can do whatever. It's totally free. But in order to get a group like this, where I'm teaching you a legit painting, I'm teaching you an ad, I'm not going to go on Texas Art and Soul and just give this away. Way too much value for that. So what I do is I'll run a Facebook ad for people who have maybe watched my videos or are interested in this, do a really cool online paint party. And then because I also teach business side of the creative space, I wanted to show you that side too. So I made it, you could do it. I could have done this where we were all in a Zoom room, but I knew there were going to be several hundred people. I had no idea there would be over 3,000 people. Again, the power of Facebook ads. So that could have been done in a Zoom, or you can do it in a private group. So that's what we did. We created a private group. So if you go on Texas Art and Soul right now, you are not seeing what is happening right here. This is all because y'all paid your $10. Okay, let's see. Kristen says, how long is too long for the Facebook Live videos? So I like to mix it up anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. And if you've ever seen the pearl people, oh my gosh, they like have those oysters and they open pearls. They go for like, I think the max is 4 hours. They will stream for 4 hours straight. It's crazy, but people love watching it. So I would just start 10 minutes at first, just show a quick tip, show something fun that you like to do. And Vicky says, what do you use to hold your phone? Archon. So the mount that I'm going to give away, $150 mount, is one of the grand prizes on Monday. That's what I use. If you use coupon code Texas Heidi, you will get 20% off. It's my affiliate link, which means that you do not have to pay any extra. You just get a discount for using my coupon code. So it's Texas Heidi. And then if you go into the announcements, you'll be able to see the exact Archon link that I use. And Archon stand. I actually have 3 different Archon stands. I have the one that just holds the phone that y'all saw the past 2 days where it was overhead. And I also have one that holds like a time lapse. And then also I have one that holds an iPad. When I first started, y'all, I had a selfie stick and a toilet paper holder and this vase right here. So use what you got. I had my daughter's selfie stick and a toilet paper roll that would hold it steady, and that's what I used. But as you start to get more and more into doing this or doing videos online, you are going to want to invest in one. And you can find that in our announcements. We have the one that I use, and then use coupon Texas Heidi for 20% off. And Tara says, does it need to be live, or can you upload a video or link a video? It needs to be live. So you can upload a video. Let me take that back, Tara. If you're doing a Facebook ad, you can upload a video and run it as an ad. You're going to get some traction. But there is nothing better than doing Facebook Lives, because Facebook, it's like blood in the water when there's sharks, right? You know, we talked about Jaws at the beginning. They literally like go to it. Facebook sees that people like it, and then they start showing it to more people. And that's how you can grow faster. Okay, the next question, I'm going to try to go through these fast. Mandy says, and I do have another prize to give out, and I also have a special little announcement. Mandy says, can you set a time frame for the ad to run? Yes, Mandy. So whenever at the very beginning, I chose $5 a day, right below that, it said a time limit. So I could make it stop on a certain day. So if I have an event coming up, for example, the Fall Ball Extravaganza, we had our ad stop at 10 o'clock Tuesday or Monday night. So 10 o'clock Monday night. Okay, let's see. Debbie Brown says, how many people will see a $2 a day ad? How many times will it run? What time of days does it pop into people's feed? Debbie, that is a great question. So a $2 a day ad, they're not going to see it a lot. That's not a lot of money in Facebook's world. So they're not going to see it a lot. So if that's all you can do is $2 a day, that's great. Right there on the side, it would show you about how many people it could reach. When you up that ad spend, that number goes higher. So what I say to people is, don't really worry about what you're spending at first. Don't go in and spend $50 a day. I want you to practice. I want you to try it out. Try it at $2, try it at $5 a day. And then, and as far as like what time of day does it pop up into people's feeds, that's up to Facebook. We can run an ad, and there's certain frequencies, and there's a lot of other language that's way above my head that I cannot teach you. But that does happen where it'll, Facebook does its thing. Teresa says, if I want to sell kits from a live, when can I do that? My first live. Teresa, what I would recommend, and for those of you that are in Paint Party headquarters, you know I have something really cool coming to you all mid-September about a Make Money Now challenge. And I can't tell the details on here because it's specifically for Paint Party headquarters. But there are opportunities. If you go live, yes, you could sell kits. But if this is your first time going live, you've got to build it. Unless you already have a huge active page, you've got to start somewhere. So what I find happens, and this is why I think I never worry about competition, is because number one, I know there is plenty out there for everybody. 1.73 billion with the B Facebook users, right? I don't need 1.73 billion customers. I would go crazy. I don't even want that, right? But what I've learned is that there's enough out there for everybody, and that when you're doing your Facebook Live, what happens is it takes time to build. Yes, you can amplify that with a Facebook ad and make it go faster, but you still got to put in the work. Okay, it's kind of like going to the gym and we're lifting weights, and all of a sudden in 2 days we're like, whoa, we got muscles. You know, we got to put in the work. We got to do our Facebook Live. So if you just go live your first time and do a kit sale, you might only have a few people watching your first time. But if you consistently go live twice a week, every week, which is what I recommend, then what'll happen is people start to show up more. Facebook will go, wait a minute, this person's serious. They really want to run a business. And then they're going to start pushing more people to you. And then as you have more people watch you, then yes, when you offer kits or you offer something like the Fall Ball, you have more people there to buy. Lisa says, does it cost extra to have a business Facebook account? No, it does not. Business Facebook account is free. And Tara says, is boosting worthwhile at all? It's okay. I'm not going to say it's not worthwhile. So if you're brand new to this and you just need to boost a post just to get some more views, it's okay. But this is definitely a better way. Amy says, when you do the ads to those people from last year's audience, will it only target those people or will it reach new people? Great question, Amy. It depends on what we select. You can do where it's only the audiences that have ever viewed your stuff. It's called a warm audience. That means that they know your face, they know your voice, they've seen you, or you could do it to an audience that's cold. It's harder to do an ad to a cold audience. It's easier to do an ad to a warm audience. Again, hence the Facebook Lives. If you're racking up those pennies of those video views, and then you're doing those Facebook Lives consistently, when you go to run an ad, you run it to those warm audiences. Okay, let's see. And then D White says, what tools do you need to make a good quality Facebook Live video? Is a phone enough? Yes, I do all my Facebook Lives from my phone or my iPad, but almost always from my iPhone. I have an iPhone 10. I highly recommend an iPhone. I know some of y'all, it's a big debate. Who has Android versus iPhone? I know it's a big debate, but I do not know how to use an Android. But iPhone 10 has been great. If you have the 11, it's even better. And then Lori says, so what do we do with the email addresses? Oh my gosh, Lori. So you never want to put all of your eggs in Facebook's basket. Just like any business strategy, you don't only want to, and you know, when I went bankrupt over 10 years ago, one of my biggest things was I will never, ever, ever depend on just one income strategy. So I wanted to be a teacher. I also wanted to do paint parties. I opened my surfboard business. Like I wanted to have ways of different strategies and ways of different income. I also really learned through lots and lots of reading. You know, I went on this mission, you know, and I still am currently on it, of just self-development and learning. And what I learned is that most, you know, super rich people have at least 7 streams of income, whether that's a rental property or, you know, however it's coming in, they have at least 7 ways. And so I started researching that and realizing, oh my gosh, I need to safeguard my family. And so I started, you know, figuring out, okay, how could I do this to have a stream of income? How could I do this to have a stream of income? And honestly, it came from this, you know, tragic experience in my life where I knew I had to protect myself and I had to protect my family. So I went on a mission. I read every business book I could find. I still am reading every business book I can find. And I just listen to podcasts. I'm constantly learning. I have 2 business coaches myself, just so I can continually learn and be ready for, you know, the next thing that's happening. Because if you're not innovating and you're not marketing, you don't have a business. So it's very, very important. So emails is another way. So what if Facebook locked my account down today? Well, guess what? I have 55,000 emails. I could immediately email them and say, hey, Facebook locked me out of this account. Here's my new Facebook page. And I could immediately get my business back up and running again. So there's so many things, you know, you can do with that kind of stuff. So yes, all that stuff is really good. Okay, let me see real quick if there's any other last minute question. I know there's a lot of questions I'll probably go through, and I'm about to give another prize. Okay, so let me go through the Facebook ad process one more time. Now that we all need a drink, and I don't even drink. Okay, so if we create an ad, all right, so you're going to choose traffic. And then I'm going to name it. I'm going to test. I'm just going to name it test. And then here is where y'all were saying a lifetime budget or a daily budget. I'm just going to do a daily budget of I'll do $2 and we'll be able to see how many it'll reach. I'll hit continue, and here in just a second, I'll give away another prize. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare you. I want you to see the potential, because I can tell you, like, if I'm going to my brother's wedding next week, and I can tell you, like, if I was to start talking to people at my brother's wedding, they would look at me like I was an idiot. But then I think if they realized what is happening business-wise and financially for my family, they would probably go, wait, what did you say? And then they would want to listen a little more. So for those of y'all that are just starting out on this, and you're like, and again, I'm doing the age, and right here it's showing me the potential reach over here. But what happens is a lot of times people are they might like, they think like, oh, you know, maybe people are looking at you thinking, you know, what's she doing? Why is she doing a Facebook ad? Or why is she doing a Facebook Live? Why would anybody care? You know, things like that. Well, I read the book. One of my favorite books is called Big Magic. It does have some cussing in it. So for those of y'all that don't like to read cuss words, just a heads up. But it really freed me from not caring what other people thought, because I knew in my core there was something I was supposed to do. So I'm going to do Hobby Lobby Michaels, and then I'm going to enter English. And then you could play around with that kind of stuff. Automatic placements. Now I'm at 8.3 million people. It's a broad audience. And I'm gonna, here's where I could do a start and end date. Some of y'all were asking about that. I could start it now and I could end it in a month. So I'm gonna hit continue. I'll just do it for a month just for testing. And I'm gonna just title this test Heidi. So it's in there. And then now I can pick either a carousel, a video, or a collection. Some of y'all were asking about uploading a video. So if you're nervous about doing a live, well, if you are paying, they will show it to more. But I promise you, doing lives, getting people to watch you, and then doing an ad to it just has more traction. So I'm going to do use existing post right here. And I'm going to change the post. And let's see which one I want to, I'm going to look for one that I want to put it on. Let's see. I like to look for some that have shares. They have a lot of shares. So that snowman, that snowman is going crazy. People love snowman. Little hint, if you're not sure what to paint on your live, paint a snowman. That one will get you some traction a lot faster. And let me know if this is valuable. Yeah, Big Magic will free you from caring what anybody else thinks, I promise you. Once I read that book, and I wish I would have read it sooner, it made me realize, like, why am I sitting here dictating my life based on what other people think? And once I got over that, I thought, I could care less. Like, I'm going to do my thing. And so I remember we were at a family reunion, and one of the family members, I said, yeah, you know, I was going part-time to teaching and full-time paint parties. And they said, do you think that's going to work? And he looked at me and said that, and it's still stuck in my brain to this day. And I said, well, we're going to find out. I'll know here in a couple months. And then I went on to teach paint party after paint party. I ended up making like 12 grand and just under 3 weeks. I mean, just massive success with paint parties, and still to this day doing paint parties. And I thought, you know, if I sat there and thought about everybody that says something about me or what they're going to think if I'm doing something. Now, you know, I've been doing this for a little while, and now people are like, wait, what are you doing again? Like, and they're messaging me now asking. So you want to not care what other people think. Yes, it takes some time. It takes some time to get stuff going, but what else I mean, all we have is time. Like, why not, right? Why not go ahead and do something? Okay, I'm going to do the how to use a vinyl stencil. And again, I'm just showing y'all. I probably wouldn't do this one for real, but I'm just wanting to show y'all one. So I put it in there. We got Blue. He's the screen share. It has 11 shares. And then right here, I do not have to add a button. So you could add a button or you could ignore it. And so if you do have a website you want them to go to, I highly recommend sending people to like a free gift. Why? Because you get them on your email list, and then you can also do Facebook ads based on emails. But I'm going to leave it with no button, and then I'm going to just hit confirm. So now I have run a second Facebook ad during this time. Actually 3, because the one I filmed for you earlier today. So we'll make sure that we post that as well. So it's in draft, and then it'll take a little bit for that to go through. Okay, so let me go ahead and just give another prize away. So everybody pat yourself on the back. Let's stand up. Everybody stand up and stretch. Oh, everybody stretch it out. Oh, stretch it out. Let's do some jumping jacks. Do a few jumping jacks, everybody. get some energy out. We just did a lot of stuff. Do a couple jumping jacks. Take some deep breaths. And let's give away another prize. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give away another prize, and then I'm going to announce something I'm very excited about. And I hope y'all are excited about it. Okay, so one more prize. Let's see. Okay, Jessica Reagan Kinney. Jessica Reagan Kinney, can you please email me your address? Jessica Kinney. Okay, so I know that was a lot. I know your head is spinning, but I want you to just breathe and know that there are so many possibilities. Here's the thing, you can either go through life like not knowing any of these possibilities, or you could go through life going, wow, there are a ton of possibilities and it's there for me if I want it. And because you're in a creative space, the creative people online that are doing things like this are skyrocketing. So I want you to be one of those people. Okay, so we have Jessica, you're the next winner. And then now I have an announcement. So we open Paint Party Headquarters a couple of times a year. Paint Party Headquarters, I know throughout the week, some of y'all have been asking me about it. I am going to open the doors early for any of y'all that want to be a part of it, okay? So for the next probably 10 minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit about Paint Party Headquarters. I'm going to actually share 6 of our members. I'm going to show you a video that they sent me, and it's about a 3-minute video of just some of the things that have happened with them. But I want to give you the opportunity, if you want to join Paint Party Headquarters and learn some more from me. I know what I just said was overwhelming. Not everything that I teach you is like that, I promise. I try to break it down really simple. But I want to share with you something pretty cool that our members put together. There were 6 of our members. And just to let you know, we have around 1,500 members in Paint Party Headquarters. And when we open the doors in September 13th is our big opening. So we've been around just over 2 years. I would have never imagined in a million years, you know, when I started Paint Party Headquarters, I almost quit all of it and went back to teaching in August. So I literally have been, oh good, y'all are excited. I'm so excited. Can't wait to show y'all. And yes, Monica, you can cancel at any time, but I'm going to show you some stuff here in just a second. But what happened was I started Paint Party Headquarters in May of 2018. Okay. My first launch for Paint Party Headquarters was 58 members. By August, I was in this office pulling up full-time teaching jobs with crying in my eyes and just going, I can't do this anymore. It's not working. Something's not working. And I wanted to give up. My husband walked in this door. It's going to give me chills talking about it. It made me cry. Walked in this door and he stood right there. And he looked at me and he said, no. He said, you are not quitting. And he had seen me do this, you know, do paint parties, do online, I'd done online boot camps. I just wasn't, I was like, what am I not getting? Like, I was like, why is this not working? I mean, I'm putting everything into it. And he said, no, Heidi. He said, and I know not everybody has a Bobby, and I wish everybody did. He's amazing. But he said, Heidi, he said, you're not giving up. He's like, you have been at this and you were so close. And so this was as Paint Party Headquarters was going. We were just a few months in. And so we decided to look at our expenses, not just look. So behind me is his office, this room right behind me. And so we started looking at every single penny we spent, every single outgoing, every single incoming. And what we found out over the next month was that with my paint parties and my Paint Party Headquarters, I was actually making $6,000 to $7,000 a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I would have quit all of that, I would have gone down to my teacher salary, which was about $3,300 a month. I would have actually given my family a huge, huge income drop. And so once we noticed that, I said, game on. I was like, there is no, you know, they talk about burn the boats, right? There was no going back. I knew it was what I needed to see to know that this was working and I was moving forward full speed ahead. So then just a short time later, we doubled our numbers. Then we went to 200. Then we went to 400. And guys, whenever, you know, my big goal was to have 500 members. Like that was like, oh my gosh, if I can help 500 people learn how to make money doing art, like I will be so happy. And now with 1,500 members and about to open the doors again to many more of you, I'm just so overwhelmed with with gratitude. It's insane what God can do in a short amount of time. And so I think that's why when I show you something like this Facebook ad, and even though it's overwhelming, and even though you're like, what the heck did she just say? I want you to know that I am here to walk you through each step. I am here to help you in Paint Party headquarters. Yes, $37 a month. We'll talk about that in a minute. Cancel at any time, but to walk you through Paint Party headquarters, making money, like making money doing stuff. Then, you know, the next step is learning. You know, I have a course once a year, Outer Limits. And then the next step is, what if you want to do a membership? Or what if you want to do something where you help people every single month like I get to do? And how that impact can change your life. And, you know, success is just a science. It is not overly complicated. But what happens is we get overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed. And then we're like, what the heck do we do? And because we're overwhelmed, you know, like some of y'all watching this Facebook ad video, maybe it was not your time to see that, and that is okay. But what I want you to see is there's so many possibilities and so much potential. So I want to take a minute before I show you just a little bit about what Paint Party headquarters includes, because we are opening the doors early to y'all because you're in the fall ball. So please do not share this link with anybody else. This is our true opening is September 13th. But any of y'all that decide to go ahead and be a part of us in Paint Party headquarters, we are going to have kind of like an extra meeting, a Zoom meeting, where you're going to be able to see my face. I'll be able to see your face. And for those of you that have been a part of it, I literally stay on there 1 to 3 hours answering questions one after another, and kind of get your feet wet. And so that way, whenever you get into all of this cool stuff, you can see it and not be too overwhelmed. So let me go ahead and show you this video of 6 of our members. I just want you to see what they have to say. Okay, let me share my screen, and you're going to see a little bit of my desktop. Don't judge my desktop.
Hi, Monique here, and I just want to say I am so grateful to Paint Party headquarters, Heidi, and the whole team at Paint Party headquarters. I have been benefiting tremendously from joining this amazing group. My business has leveled up. I'm getting all these gems and nuggets and diamonds from Paint Party headquarters. I don't know where my business would be today without it. Can't you tell?
She's so cute.
Hi, it's Mary Miller from Mary Miller Art in Sterling, Alaska. I wanted to share with you about Paint Party headquarters and how it has just totally blessed my business. I've been taking advantage of the website, Kajabi on the app, and her website as well. Lots of information there, the trainings, in the album section, in the Paint Party headquarters Facebook page. There is a ton there, and if you're not taking advantage of it, you need to. So it will definitely turn your business totally around. Bye.
The biggest thing that PPHQ has done for me is given me inspiration. I had long ago given up on the idea that I could do art or something with art and a career making money. And I just happened to see Heidi, and thought, maybe, what if? And just asking that what if made a huge difference, because it made me plunge into it and look into it. And now I am inspired. I'm creating, I'm doing things I haven't done before, and I'm creating a whole network of people that I could not have met without her. So the biggest thing that PPHQ's given me is inspiration, hope, and the ability to want to dream, which that's priceless.
What has Paint Party Headquarters done for me? Well, it has opened my mind to a million different possibilities of how I can run and work my business, which I have never thought of before. It has given me the support and encouragement I need for my business. And I met new friends, and you can't beat that. Definitely join Paint Party Headquarters today.
Hi everyone, CJ here from the Social Paintbrush, and I just wanted to tell you what Paint Party Headquarters has done for me. Not only has it helped me grow my business, but it also helps me grow as an artist. And I'm able to do all of that by using all of the tools and the materials that Heidi gives you. Plus, you belong in a group filled with women who are so supportive and so encouraging of your ideas, and I'm grateful to be a part of something like that.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and I feel like Paint Party Headquarters has given me two things. One, it has opened up opportunities for me that I never would have had previously. Being exposed to Heidi and her group of people that she knows and who she mentors with, and all of the people that are within Paint Party Headquarters, has given me opportunities to be able to live out my dream of having a creative business. And the second thing that it's done has connected me with ladies inside Paint Party Headquarters that I have done collaborations with and who I consider some of my best friends. And those are the two things that Paint Party Headquarters has given to me.
Okay, so one of my favorite ones in there was the girl that said it allowed her to dream again. And I think it's so true. How many times, how many of y'all out there, like, especially this year, I mean, it's almost like we feel bad if we're dreaming, right? And we shouldn't, that's not what God wants of us. And I'm very open to the fact, it's a business, Paint Party Headquarters is, I'm teaching you, and I'm going to go over exactly what it is. So for those of you that if you are confused, or you're not sure what it's about, but I want you to know that it's more than that. It's going to give you, it's going to give you the confidence of, like Jamie said, the two things, like the connections and access to, things that she never thought possible. And then the other sweet girl who talked about like just daring to dream and these new things that she never thought possible too. So I'm going to show you really quick, just a little bit about what it's about. And again, I think I've seen a couple of questions like, do you have? No, it is not a franchise. No. Basically, for $37 a month, we are not franchising. I never, ever want to be. I've had so many people ask me about franchising. I never want to be a person who's like, you have to do something this way. Remember, marketing and innovation are the two top things. Your business, if it needs to pivot, you should not have to ask anybody else how you need to pivot it. I'm here to mentor you, to help you through. I wish somebody so bad would have been there for me when I first started teaching paint parties, but I was doing it alone and it was really hard, but I learned a lot of lessons. And now I have 2 business coaches myself, and I will never ever go without a mentor, because there's this quote, it says, find somebody who's doing what you want to do and then model what you want to do. Like, just do what they're doing and you'll have the same results. So I want to share, again, my whole thing is about sharing what I've learned so that you can learn it. Okay, so let me make this a little bigger. And this isn't very long. I want y'all to know, is it going to go bigger or smaller? Maybe I need it that way. And this is not very long, but I just wanted to talk. So we actually are not opening the doors until September 13th to Paint Party Headquarters. And this is $37 a month. And basically every month, what you're getting is a painting tutorial from me. So like the 2 paintings that you just did, if you were to join Paint Party Headquarters, you could immediately take those. You could make them online. You could do Facebook Lives with them. You could literally make money with them. I had one person make a sticker out of one of my painting designs and sell it. I don't care. I just want you to make money. I feel like y'all are being so good to my family. So whatever I create, as long as you are a paying active member of Paint Party Headquarters, you have access to all of my designs for online use and in-person use. Marketing hack of the month. So the first 3 Mondays of the month, I send you a marketing hack social media hack, and then also the monthly painting tutorial. We actually invest in, we have a graphic designer who designs all of the stuff. So a lot of y'all saw those really cool designs of the step-by-step instructions. When you're doing in-person paint parties, you literally can print those off and take them to your party and they're ready to go. It's almost like a done for you. And yeah, Wendy says you can copy your stuff all day and all night. Totally okay. Yes, my job literally is when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I feel like I get up to go to work for people in Paint Party Headquarters. Really, that's how I approach my day. My day is to get up and how can I help Paint Party Headquarter members make more money? That's literally all I'm thinking about. That's what I think about in the morning. That's what I think about before I go to bed. That's how I'm always brainstorming. And so we have something really cool happening in the middle of September, right after we welcome all the new members. It's called a Make Money Now Challenge, and it will only be held inside of Paint Party Headquarters. So I'm working with a really, really great company to do a drop ship for our members. So it's almost going to be like a reverse paint party, but I can't say more because it's a secret, top secret for people in Paint Party Headquarters. And we also have monthly Q&As and brainstorm sessions. So I think we're going to start doing it twice a month because the girls are really loving it. But we literally do brainstorming sessions where I break you out into groups of 4 or 5. And then we have where you tell one thing you're being really successful at, one thing you need help at. So that's been really good to build bonds, friendships. Some of my closest friends I have met online. Social media hacks, supportive community, and then prayer and gratitude meeting. That is totally optional, but I never, ever, ever want to not talk about how I pray. I'm a praying girl and I believe in miracles. And so I never want to talk about Paint Party Headquarters, but not mention that sometimes I talk about prayer. So again, this is a business, thing that you're getting into if you decide to join tonight, but you do not have to go to the prayer and gratitude meetings. We have people in this group that don't come to those, and that's totally fine. I respect them and they respect me, but it would not do, the way I feel in my heart is when I started this business, I could not separate it. I just could not separate it because I know that God is bringing all of this to me and bringing, ways that I can help people. And he's helped my family so much. So it just kind of naturally pours out of me, and I can't not say anything about it. So I'm, if you've seen Facebook Lives with me, you know that I'm pretty open and I talk openly about that. And so every month with your online painting tutorials. So one of the biggest struggles I had was coming up with the newest design, whether it's an in-person paint party, an online paint party, or even if I just want to do stuff as an online business, a creative online business. My biggest hang up was I'm working full time. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm trying to raise a daughter. I'm a wife, all these things, but now I got to try to create a painting, hope that the painting's on trend, hope that it's good, and then I can go out and make money. No, we have been in business now over 2 years, which means you have well over 100 painting tutorials ready for you to grab and use immediately. And my designs, like I said, we pivoted in March when in-person paint parties were canceling. We totally pivoted. And one of our members, Karen, she literally pivoted along with us. Her in-person paint parties got canceled too. And we were just doing our brainstorming session. And she was being kind of meek about it. And she's like, well, I've been making around $600 a month doing the art kits. And I'm like, what? No, I think she said a week. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh, she's selling art kits, $600 a week. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So just to know that you can pivot and that we're going to be there to help support you is totally fine. And it's fine if you're a beginner or if you're a seasoned pro. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then again, see how the spring bunny is? Those are graphics that we have a graphic artist that is also a member of Paint Party Headquarters, and we hire her to do these beautiful flyers for you, and they're all able to be edited. I said that right. Usually I can't say editable. I have trouble with that. So, oh my gosh, Anita just joined. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. So excited to have you. For those of y'all that are joining, the link is pinned to the top. So if you do join tonight, I want you to know that on Tuesday at 4 p.m., we're going to have a special meeting together. And I'm going to get to know you a little bit more. And I'm going to be answering your burning questions then too. But the cool part about this is these flyers, every month with whatever tutorial we have, those flyers are made for you and ready to go. And again, some people might go, well, if everybody's doing all the same designs, oh my gosh, y'all, 1.73 billion with a B people on Facebook, your local areas. It's okay. It's okay, I promise. Because when you do a Facebook Live, some people are going to want to watch you paint, where some people hear my voice and they're sick of me. They don't want to see nothing to do with me. They don't like that I talk about God. They don't like that I talk about business. How dare I talk about painting? How dare I, as a creative soul, talk about painting and also being able to provide for my family? I mean, there's people out there like that. But then there's people like you that are like, you get it. You know, just like a dentist is great at being a dentist. We would never go to a dentist and say, do this for free, ever. We would never go to a movie theater and try to buy the $18 thing of popcorn and say, give that to me for free. Never. But for some reason, creative souls, as myself, I used to give everything away for free because we have fun doing it. And tell me if this is you, we think that we shouldn't charge. And the moment that changed is when I was working full-time as a teacher. I was doing paint parties like a mad woman. And then one of my friends asked for me to create something for her. I stayed up until midnight creating it for her on a school night, came to school the next day, presented it to her. She forgot she asked me for it. It was that moment, pivotal moment, that I said, no more. I will never not charge for my art. And since then, I have never not charged for my art. I've always charged. So so this is a brand new one. We just released the birds here. I love that one. That one's been very successful with kids and adult paintings. And these are just a few. Okay, marketing hack of the month. So this is just an example. So we try to do 10 minutes or less. So, and we also have a Paint Party headquarters website, and it's also an app on your phone. So if you want to, get into the Facebook group, which we have a private Facebook group, but if you just want to learn the trainings, we have a whole app. You can go to your phone and literally just pull up the trainings, and you can see all of the stuff that you want to see. So you don't have to just go to the Facebook groups. We have 3 ways we're delivering all of this to you. Number 1, by email. Number 2, by a private Facebook group, only paid members. And then number 3, in the Paint Party headquarters website, which is also an app. Okay, so let me see if this will, I don't know if this will play. This is kind of like an example of a marketing hack where I'm teaching you something. And when I'm teaching you something, it's very like step by step, everything step by step. The hardest thing you're ever going to learn in Paint Party headquarters was what I just taught you, which was that ad. Oh my gosh, so much. Okay, and then social media hack of the month. This right here is under 5 minutes or less. So I just learned a ton about Instagram, a ton. So as y'all know, I love Facebook, and I know so much about it, and I can teach y'all so much about it, and marketing and all of these things. Instagram, I'm growing it, but I don't really know too much, about Instagram. But it's growing. It's like 4,000 people or whatever. Let me see if I can do it this way. Okay, yeah. So here's an example of what, I hope y'all can see this. Here's an example. Oh, Jane, welcome. Deb just joined too. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna see y'all on Tuesday. I'm so excited. Okay, so here's an
Paint Party headquarters. Oh. Okay, so this marketing hack is a little bit different. This is called how to.
So see, it's only 11 minutes. So it's not like every single week you're gonna get a 45-minute training. No, I know we're busy, but I know you need to know the most newest up-to-date stuff, as well as The last week of the month, we call it Creative Week. It's kind of like a week where we just all be creative and we're not worried about learning something new. Or if you're trying to catch up, you could use Creative Week to catch up. So every fourth week of the month, we just kind of have Creative Week. No trainings are coming. It's just all about just, enjoying what did we make that week and stuff like that. Pre-market on your personal page, okay? So we are not talking about your business page right now. We are talking about your personal page. Now, before you freak out, you may think, Heidi, why am I marketing on my personal page? Well, it may not be exactly what you think. So I'm going to show you what we are talking about, okay? So that's an example of, let me see if I can make this. Yay, I did it. That's an example of like an 11-minute marketing hack that you would get once a month. Every month you're getting a marketing hack and a social media hack. So those are coming. Then the social media hack, that's another example. So this one I'll show you real quick. Present, and you can see a little bit about what this would look like. 11 minutes. Headquarters. This training is all about art kits, how to sell them, and I'm going to give you 4 different tips on how to build excitement around your art kits, okay? So before we get started, I just want to share some excitement from some of you in Paint Party Headquarters and the results that you've had, so you can see why this is so beneficial to add to your business. Okay, so Jody says, hey, what you can craft kit. She says, I put some very inexpensive kits. When I did the math, it cost me around $2.50 a kit to make. She started with 20 and sold 4 pre-orders within the first hour. Okay, another one, Friday night late packing. Sold 10 kits in 10 minutes today. That's insane. Good job, Rachel. Another person, Julie, says, y'all need to make kits and get these things out the door, all caps. Launched the cactus kit, someone shared this week, thank you very much, ingenious idea, and sold 10 in an hour, okay? So cool. And then another one I just want to share before I share my tips is Jessie says, just dip my toe in the water with the whole kit thing. Have mercy, in all caps. I got swamped with orders in less than 24 hours, and my canvases haven't even come in yet. Nervous, excited, worried, encouraged, etc., anyone else? So I am just so excited. So that's another example of a social media hack, and you get one every single month. And then also, as I learn, again, like I said, I pay a lot of money, the cost of more than 2 mortgages to coach with some of the best people. So as I'm learning more, that stuff is trickling down. So as I'm learning more Instagram tricks, Facebook tricks, all of those things, I am bringing that to Paint Party Headquarters to help you. And so monthly Q&As, every month I go live and I answer your questions. Brainstorm sessions have been so beneficial. That's been one of the things that people have loved because they're connecting, they're collaborating, and all of that. Here's a picture of some of our brainstorming sessions together. And then supportive community. So like I said, if you are on here and you're like, I really want to join, but I'm kind of a mean person and I really like to say mean things, please don't join, because we will refund you and kick you out. And I say that very, very, I say that very, very confident, because here's the thing. I am like a mama bear. I am so protective of what we have built. And when somebody comes in and they're, not being nice, or they have a negative attitude, like I've said before, and I've said it during the fall ball, there are a million places you can go on the interweb to be mean. And Paint Party Headquarters will not be one of them, okay? And let me show you I didn't realize we had this on here too. Let me show you a little bit of the brainstorm session. Okay, so, okay, let's do a couple of takeaways. So we have about 6 minutes left. If you have a takeaway, if you know how to raise your hand on the official thing, you can. If not, just wave your hand in the air like crazy or unmute yourself. And Kim, you're up. Kim. Sorry, y'all. Hi. What's your takeaway?
So I had an awesome group and very encouraging. and we each set goals. So we were kind of all in the same boat where we're hitting stumbling blocks, or we're, you know, nervous about doing lives, or we just haven't done it, that's me, in a while. So we all said what we're gonna do by the end of the week, and we're gonna check on each other, and I just think it was awesome, so. I wanted to share
That's
that.
great. Oh my gosh, yeah, if you're feeling very like isolated as a business owner, which is totally normal, I want you to try to reach out to find somebody that you can be an accountability group with. You know, you can maybe meet once a month. It doesn't have to be long, but just, you know, get a Zoom room and meet kind of like this. So that you can keep yourself accountable. You know, it's so important. So I love that, Kim. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Gail, you want to share your takeaway?
Yes, I do. Kim and I were actually in the same group with two other amazing ladies. And this month, I had really been struggling with my August goals. I didn't hit them, and the meeting just popped up, and I came in late. But as soon as I came in, they were amazing. Like she said, we set these goals with each other. To each go live. I think the latest day was by like Sunday or something, but it felt really good. And you know, we were just really encouraged, and it just made, you know, my whole evening. So I'm really happy about that.
Okay, so let me stop this. Okay, so that's just part of the brainstorm session. So we are doing those now twice a month. They're optional, but it's really, really good because you're starting to realize that we all have a lot of the same struggles, right? And then also once a month, I do a prayer and gratitude meeting. So I just want to read this to you because I truly, truly believe this. And again, it's totally okay if you're not a praying girl, that's fine. You can still learn a zillion things from me with the business side of things, because again, like I said, marketing and innovation. But I also hold a prayer and gratitude meeting because I really recognize the fact that we're humans, we're going through this life, you know, we have struggles, we have passions, we have times when we're like, yes, this is the best thing ever. And then the next thing you know, we're like, what happened? You know, I can remember times where I would have like a huge paint party, and then I would have a paint party where 2 people would sign up. And I'm like, why is this happening? And so I want to always remember, and I put in here, God is the ultimate artist and entrepreneur. I truly believe that covering your business in prayer and your daily life with gratitude makes all the difference. So this is an optional 30-minute meeting each month where we pray for you and with you for your business. Again, you know, we have people in Paint Party headquarters that never come to this, and that's totally okay. And we do not take attendance. We do not ask if you're coming. It's totally okay. But we want you to know that, you know, when I start to we all have fears, and we all have, you know, times when we're scared. We have to remember, we have to stop. We have to back up, and we have to always ask God for him to show us opportunities. And I get choked up about that because I've done that so many times. Like, there's been times in my life, like that August, when I was really transparent with y'all and I was about to give it all up. And now looking at all of y'all saying, just join, just join. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at your comments and everybody's like, just join. And I'm just overjoyed with like, so thankful that I didn't give up. And so I think it's very important that every day you go back and every morning you wake up and you say, God, please show me opportunities. But then you take massive action. You have to actually do something too. But miracles can happen. And I truly, truly believe that. So that's optional. But I wanted to show you real quick the success path. So you can be a total beginner and join Paint Party headquarters. You can be at total superstar rock star and still be in Paint Party headquarters. Here's why. We have 5 stages. So stage 1 is the hopeful artist. You may have just started painting. How many of y'all did your very, very first your very first painting? We saw a lot of you that had your very first painting. Well, you may be at that stage where you're like, wait, I did okay at this. Here's the thing. And here's what we're learning, especially through March and this pivot. You don't technically have to just do painting. Yes, this Paint Party headquarters is me giving you painting stuff on wood, on canvas, on ceramics, all of these ideas. But you can take this same business strategy. If you're really good at jewelry making or wreath making or whatever that is, you could use all of the business strategy and help your business with this. I do want to say that it is very creative focused. So I'm very, very streamlined and focused on that. So again, if you're brand new to painting, but you're like awesome at jewelry, use this strategy and do that. But yes, every month you're going to get those tutorials. So again, if you're new at painting, start doing my tutorials, start practicing, getting better at it. And stage 2, this is where you're starting to dream about what life would be like with more, like the possibility of having more time, maybe owning your own business, maybe doing something once or twice a month. So the dreaming artist, and we saw somebody earlier in Paint Party Headquarters saying, like, it gave me like this opportunity to dream again, to know there's more possibilities. And stage 3, this is the confidence artist, confident, not confidence. This is the person that is creating her Facebook business page. She's starting to learn that, you know, that she can do these things. She may know all the people at Michael's, like they know her by name. And you're posting paintings on social media. You're starting to gain your confidence. And then stage 4, this is you starting to get used to the tech. Now, a lot of times, this is where people get frustrated and they stop. I want you to know we have so many step-by-step trainings for you that are like 10 minutes or less long, that are short, sweet, to the point to get you to that next step. We know that doing a business is not something that you're like, I did it. I did a Facebook Live. Now I got $800 a month coming in. No, that's not realistic. Okay. If you've learned anything from me over the past 2.5 days, is that if you're new to me, I am very transparent. If you have not watched me paint live yet, the Witches Be Crazy and the Hootable Harvest, I highly encourage you to watch those this weekend. Paint with me. You're going to see how very transparent I am. And I'm very transparent about the fact that when you do a business, if you go out there and you look at people who are just crushing it and they say, yes, everything is fine and it all is going to go okay and nothing's going to go wrong and there's never going to be mistakes and blah, blah, blah. They're all full of crap. You know, that's why it's almost like I created Paint Party Headquarters for my own needs. When I do a paint party, guess where I go to get the stuff? In Paint Party Headquarters. When I was putting together the fall ball, guess where I was going to grab my supply list? Paint Party Headquarters. Like literally, I use what we have created for you because it was out of a need for me. And so as I go, okay, we need to pivot. We learned to pivot. We started teaching you how to do art kits. We started teaching you how to do more Facebook Lives. And what's happened from that is people have really started seeing so many other possibilities. And then that leads us to stage 5. Stage 5 is you are making money. You are a money-making artist. So this is, you know, you're teaching paint parties, you're making some extra money. This is the time to start thinking about scaling. It's also the time to start thinking about different ways to bring in money. Maybe you want to do affiliate stuff. For example, you asked about my Archon stand. Just by me saying, here's a link to the Archon stand and use coupon code Texas Heidi, that costs you nothing extra. It costs you to buy the stand, of course, except for the one of you that's going to win it, but it costs you nothing extra. But what it does do is the ones of you that do buy it, I get a 20% commission off of that. So you pay $99 or $149, whichever one you choose. You use Texas Heidi, you're going to get 20% off of that. And then they're going to mail me a check for another 20%. So that's another way to make money. When I do a Facebook Live and I talk about essential stencils, okay? Who knows essential stencils? I love them. And by the way, I will never, ever, ever, ever say a product on my page in Paint Party Headquarters that I not only use, but love. So when I do an essential stencil, I do a lot of porch leaners and I put the link in there for essential stencil. It does not cost you extra to use my link, but guess what? Every month I get a check from Essential Stencil. Remember I talked about earlier, many streams of income coming in. It's always a way to safe proof. You know, we just saw with COVID, a lot of people, you know, had one stream and took a nosedive, and they didn't have a way. They didn't have a way to support themselves, or some people had more things they had to do. They had overtime, depending on what field you were in. So again, this is where stage 5 happens. And this is where I take you from Paint Party headquarters. And then in February, I have a course. It's once a year. And again, we'll talk about that more later, not during any of this. I won't even start talking about that till December. But I give my Paint Party headquarters members $200 off of that course. So they can only pay like $397 for a $600 course. And so if you are an active member of Paint Party headquarters, when I open the doors up for that in December, you're going to get $200 off. And that's where I teach you email marketing. I spent an entire year learning email marketing, thousands and thousands of dollars in an entire year of my life. And I love it. And a lot of creative people, again, cringe. I shouldn't send an email. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't send another email. Guys, you have to, in order to be able to be a creative person, but also make money doing what you want, you have to be willing to get over that. And I'm here to teach you, to let you know. Did you know that there's been a new study that says people have to see your stuff around 14 to 17 times before they'll buy? That's a lot of times because of the way everything is. So I love to kind of hold your hand and walk you through the steps. But Paint Party headquarters is only $37 a month. So you're getting the website, okay? So you'll have the access to the website. Also, it's on the app, as well as we're going to email you the trainings the first Monday of every month, as well as we have a private Facebook group with women in there that just love, they know you're coming. They're excited. I talked to them this morning about it. They're excited. And here's the thing. Some of them are well experienced and have been doing this for a long time and are, you know, chugging along, making great money doing this. Some are brand new. Some are in between. We have all different ranges, all different stages. So it does not matter where you are in this. So I wanted to surprise y'all and have y'all not have to wait until September 13th to join. So you can kind of get a head start. So if you want to join, you can join tonight. You'll actually be able to join if you're just still unsure. And we're going to try to get you in like as soon as you join. You know, it's late tonight, so we'll probably get you in the morning. But I want you to not be overwhelmed. So I want to tell you just a little bit. Yeah, and I also in stage 5, I forgot to say, stage 5, we have a couple of other Facebook ads. That was a stage 5 training, okay? So for those of y'all that were hyperventilating and about to throw up in your trash can, you should have, because that was a stage 5 training. So guys, there's things you're gonna learn and then you're gonna hear them at a different time and it's gonna make more sense at a different time. So when I'm giving you trainings and you'll hear me say like, this marketing training is more for like a stage 3 or a stage 4, but I want you to know what's out there. I want you to be preparing for it, because then when you're ready for it, you're like, oh, it's right there and I can put it into action. Okay, so let me see here. Here's kind of your next steps. And we have, let's see right here, we have some questions that Brendan got ready for me. Oh, maybe not. I thought they were there. We might have a couple questions. But I want to tell you your next steps. So I have a lot of people that said they've joined. Yeah, Sandy, the price is $37 a month. You can cancel at any time. If you do get, if you do end up paying for the whole year, you get a month free. So if you pay for the whole year, you get a month free. Now, $37 a month, and you're going to have access to every single thing we have. So it's not like all of a sudden you're gonna join and I'm gonna say, no, you only have access to this month's tutorials or this month's paintings. No, you will immediately have access to all of it, okay? All right, so let me answer a couple of questions and see where we are at. Okay, so let's see. Robin says, is there an option to pay with PayPal? All I see is credit card. And no, you have to do credit card. The way the system is set up, and again, when you start to learn even longer from me, I will teach you the reason of that. But yeah, you have to pay with a credit card, but you can cancel out. You can cancel it anytime. And the $37. So if you start today, Teresa, you will pay next month on the 28th, the $37, or the 27th, the $37. So whatever day of the month you pay on, you can pay the next month. And for some of y'all that are like, oh, this sounds great, but let me let it sink in. You have until actually Tuesday at noon in order to get in on this early bird thing. So after Tuesday at noon, then I'm going to have that special call with you. So that's kind of like a fun call where I'm going to just kind of, you know, we'll be face to face. We'll have all of us together and I'll be answering your questions. And that's really where I just sit there and I answer until my face falls off. And just to kind of get you going, get you pointed in the right direction. Because when you get in there, you're going to be like, this is amazing, but I am so overwhelmed. Okay. Just like I was pointing you to announcements. Remember? Anybody going to announcements? Pointing you to those the whole time. The same thing here. The main, most important things will be in the announcements, but everything is beautifully in the app. So if you don't want to go to the Facebook page, you don't have to. And Karen says, do you go in and pay monthly or is it automatic debit? Karen, it is automatic debit. Okay. If you pay for the year, it's 1 month free. If you pay monthly, it's just automatically comes out. So you don't have to worry about it, but you can cancel it anytime. There are no contracts. However, I highly recommend you try at least 3 months. If you're on the fence, give yourself 3 months. I mean, think about if you were to start a new gym membership. If you gave yourself 3 weeks and then you quit, would you see any progress? Probably not. Also, again, I have the Make Money Now challenge that's coming to only Paint Party headquarters, where I'm working with a company for this really cool drop ship opportunity. So what I highly advise you to do is start doing your Facebook Lives. Remember, it's like putting pennies in a savings bank, because as you build up your Facebook Lives, when I show you this new Make Money Now training, you're going to be ready and ready to make some money from that. Okay, so Jennifer says, so these tools and rights are to only teach in person, no Facebook Lives with your design. No. Since March 12th, we pivoted Paint Party headquarters. My heart was breaking as my paint parties in person were being canceled and Paint Party headquarters in person were being canceled. So we made the decision that all of my paintings, you have rights to do online. You have rights to do a Facebook Live. If you want to take the witch and just do a Facebook Live to get a ton of video views because it's a super cute painting, you can. As long as you're a paying member of Paint Party headquarters, you have access to anything I have created. So if you saw me do the practical magic, the one that says Midnight Margaritas, and you liked it, and you see me do it live, you can immediately do it. As long as you're a paying member. The only thing I ask is that if you do leave us, which I hope you don't, but again, if you do and you need to go out, that you stop using my designs at that time, okay? So don't just pay for a couple months and then go, I have rights to Heidi's life's work forever. Please no, okay? But if you are a paying member, you can do Facebook Lives with it. You can turn it into all kinds of stuff. Like I said, somebody turned one into a sticker and is selling it on Etsy. And Kelly says, the art kits, is that something we make up ourselves? Kelly, so many ways to do art kits. Some of it is a drop ship way. Some of it is making it up yourself. And so many ways. That's all to be told in Paint Party headquarters. But yes, you can make money on art kits many different ways. Rosie says, I can't join this month. Can I save your link and join in October? You can't, but you can join September 13th. So what I would recommend is if you really, really want to join, I would recommend just painting some porch leaners, okay? Find some of my free Facebook videos. Find one where I paint a porch leaner, post a porch leaner on Buy Sell Trade, sell a few of those, and then pay for it. You could sell one porch leaner and pay for the month. So if you can't join this weekend, I highly recommend selling a porch leaner and make sure you get in September 13th when we officially open the doors, because we will close the doors for several months. Because here's the thing, when we open the doors like this, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of resources from my team. There's a lot going on for this. And I like to open the doors a few times. That way I can transfer my focus on all of the Paint Party Headquarter members, because I want to help them make so much money this fall. Because here's the thing, we are in Q4. And if anybody's been around a creative space during Q4, you can make as much as you want. But if you have the mindset of, it can't happen because of this or this or this or this, you're lying to yourself, because people are ordering and buying and online more than ever before. So, yes, I do not want you to miss. So I would highly recommend, like, sell a porch leaner, and I don't know, put something on buy, sell, trade. I'm not saying like sacrifice your family's food. That's not what I'm saying. If you're in a position where it's like you got to pay for groceries or Paint Party Headquarters, please don't do that. Okay. I'm not that person. But I do want you to get creative. I want you to get resourceful. Think about, okay, if I was able to go watch one of Heidi's tutorials, paint a really cute fall sign, sell it, on Facebook Marketplace, all of a sudden I've made $45. That worked. What else does that lady have to teach me? I have so much more that I can teach you that's going to help you. Okay. Mickey says, it seems like we should all be competing with each other. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so Mickey, let me address that real quick. Here is the thing. There are, again, I have a painting with a twist, a board and brush, literally within 2 miles of my house. I have some of the members of Paint Party Headquarters, one lives in my town, one a town over, several within 30 minutes of me. And the way I teach you is, number one, there is plenty for everybody. Remember that. You do not need 5 million people to have an online paint party. You don't even need 3,000 like what I've had here. You don't need, 150 people to come to an in-person paint party to have a great life for your family. What I'm teaching you to do is, when you do a Facebook Live, you have now opened up your audience from just your town to now the world. So let me know in the comments, how many of y'all are here from a different state than Texas? How many of y'all are here from somewhere other than Granbury, where I live? Let me know. Tell me where you're from. And you're going to see that the online world is worldwide, okay? And the way that I'm teaching you and the way that I'm showing you is, you don't have to worry about competition. Because when you do a Facebook Live, Mickey, people are going to fall in love with you for the way you're teaching it. When I do a Facebook Live, people are going to fall in love with me for the way I'm teaching it. Where some people are going to be like, I don't want to see Heidi. Nope. And they're unfollowing me. Where other people like you, sweet people, are like, oh my gosh, I can learn from her, or I can do this, or whatever. So I want you to get that out of your mindset. Another example of this is, if you've been following me a little bit, you probably saw that I had a business trip a couple weeks ago. And me and about 7 of us, I think there were 7 or 8 of us, we all met at my friend's beach house, and we did this business conference online. And this is where we met. We met through an online thing just like this. Now, these are some of my closest friends now. And when I get stuck on anything business, besides my business coaches, I go to these girls. Now, you would think we're kind of in the similar field, and why would we, collaborate, or why would we share audiences, or why would we do stuff together? Well, Tamara Bennett, one of my close friends, she's going to be on my Texas Art and Soul page tomorrow doing something. And so what I want you to know about that, and Christy Hawkins, we collaborate all the time. There's so many things, and these people have become some of my best friends. Besides that, even if there was no money involved, just the friendships that I gained from it. Now, I'm not saying join Paint Party Headquarters and you'll get an automatic friend. I'm not saying that. You still got to build a relationship. That's between you and accountability partners and all of that. But what I am saying is that there's things that can come out of this paint party adventure that you might not have ever known possible. So don't think about competing. If you start coming from the mindset that God has endless possibilities and endless ways, and there's endless people, there's so many things. Marie says, how fast can you get to stage 5? Okay, so if you're already doing Facebook Lives consistently, you're going to get there faster. If you're already comfortable with the tech, you're going to get there faster. If you've already been selling stuff, doing paint parties, doing things online, you're going to get there faster. And Monique, one of the girls that jumped in and then she danced at the end and she was talking, she has very successful paint parties and commission work and all of that. And she still joined Paint Party Headquarters because she knew there were other marketing tips she could take from it. And like she said in the video, these little nuggets that just moves their business forward that much faster. Let's see, Goldie says, will the app ever be available on Android? Brendan, you'll have to tell me the answer to that question. I think it is available on Android. Not positive, but Brendan hopefully can help me with that. Sherry Westfall says, best $37 you can spend if you truly want to help others enjoy art and make money doing it. Yeah, that's what we are about. We are about, you know, like I said, I'm all about helping you find ways to make money with your creative skill, Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Renee, I'm trying to read your comment, but I can't see it. Love that you're so giving and get it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, if we join now, are we paying for September or August? Sandy, when you pay it's like 30 days later, you pay again. It's automatic. So as soon as you join, we'll probably get you in the morning. And then just every month you're paying monthly. And then if you ever want to cancel, you cancel. So you're going to have access to the entire vault of everything we have. So I don't pinky promise. Remember, we've been pinky promising. When you join, I do not want you to get overwhelmed. Okay? Pinky promise? Because you can't take over 2 years of painting tutorials and paint them all in a weekend. You can't take 2 years of marketing hacks and watch them all in a weekend. It's like a library, okay? You grab what you need when you need it. Here's another really cool thing I didn't even tell you. We have the discussion on the private Facebook group for those of you that are going to join. We have it where you can ask a question anytime. Now, with that, there are some responsibilities, okay? You cannot sell. You cannot, it's not your buy sell trade page. So do not try to sell something. Do not try to, message members, things like that. But if you have a question, you can literally post it and ask a question. And then usually me or my team or 1,500 other wonderful women are going to jump in and help answer it. It is so awesome how giving these women are. Let's see. Do you buy the porch leaders already built? Phyllis, some places you can, or you can build your own or find somebody locally who can build them for you. We also have a lot of resources in Paint Party Headquarters that kind of tells you where we get everything. Actually, September 2nd, we have a whole video coming out called where to get the goods, where to get the goods or where to get the goodies. And it basically tells you my top wholesale places that I buy everything. Let's see. Do you teach us how to make designs to paint? Yes, Kim, we have a training called Frankensteining, and it basically teaches you how to make your own painting designs. But here's what this is more about. Paint Party Headquarters is more of, I want you to make your own designs. Don't get me wrong. I want you to be creative. I want you to do all of that. But if you're at a place right now where you're like, I just want to make some money fast, make some money fast. Use my tutorials. Don't reinvent the wheel. Take the stuff we know that's working, bring in some money, put it away for Christmas or a vacation or whatever you want, and then go, okay, let me get creative and make this or make that, and then experiment. Then do that. Let's see. Sandy says we already answered that. Allison says, can you pay the yearly after you pay a couple of months monthly? Yes, you just have to contact the person who does all the billing. So it's support@paintpartyheadquarters.com. And then you can just message her and then tell her what you're wanting to do and she can help you. And so support@paintpartyheadquarters.com. Okay, the call, Jennifer, is going to be at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. 4 p.m. Central on Tuesday. We will have the bonus call for all of you who join between now and Tuesday morning. And then 2 more questions. Oh, Kajabi is on Android. Yay! So yes, the Paint Party Headquarters app is on Android as well. Android and on iPhone. Okay, let's see. A couple more questions and then I'll tell you your homework and we'll wrap up. Okay, so Nancy says, where do I go to join? Nancy, at the very top of the thing, there's a pinned comment. So you could do, right there, you could click on that and there's a pinned comment and then we'll also send you an email to where you can join as well. Let's see. Can a friend who did not do the fall ball join on September 13th? If so, I'll have another member for you. Yes, Allison, please send her my way. That would be amazing. Shell says, when do we have until Tuesday at noon? So in order to get the early bird to be in now and to get that extra bonus meeting with me. So that meeting, we call it Coffee with Heidi, and it's because I love coffee and I love to talk business strategy with you. And so basically what I do is I take everyone who's joining tonight through Tuesday morning, and I'm going to send you a special Zoom link. Now this Zoom link will allow you to have your face up, have my face up, and then anybody who joined, we're going to basically have coffee talk, which means that you're going to be able to sit here and ask me question after question after question. So you're going to have time to go in, see what's going on in Paint Party Headquarters, and be patient with us. We will, Megan, welcome. I'm glad you joined. We will be giving you so much information. So when you get in there, what happens is people can tend to go, oh my gosh, this is too much. I don't know what to do. Now, what I want you to remember is that running a creative business, and I've been doing this for over 10 years, from all the way from starting with my surfboard painting business to, many morphs and ways that has happened that's turned all the way into this, is that there are going to be times when you're like, oh my gosh, I need this now, but I don't need this now. And you have to be mature enough and you have to take deep breaths and you have to control your overwhelm. And you have to remember that this is over 2 years of trainings, 2 years of you're going to get access to the whole vault. We've had talks before about, well, maybe we only let them have the first month and then we release it. And I'm like, no, people need to be able to grab this if they need it. We have other people in different parts of the world that might need, it's summer when it's winter here and they don't want to have my Christmas tree with the sand. Maybe they need a beach scene, whatever it is. So you have access to all of it. Let's see, Janice says, how do we access the app? I just joined. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Okay, so when you join, there should be a thank you page. And on that thank you page, there's a button that clicks to get you to set up your password. Make sure you do that. If you have any questions at all, you just email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com. And welcome, Janice. I'm so happy to help you. Judy says, how do you know what stage you're at? Is that a dumb question? Judy, that is not a dumb question. So I would just kind of, when you get into Paint Party Headquarters, you're going to see the stages. So you're going to know whether you are just beginning, maybe you just did your first painting this week, and you're like, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. Maybe you're at that stage where you're just now starting to learn and you want to learn more of the tutorials and things like that. So you're going to be able to read those stages and kind of know where you're supposed to be. And then let's see, any last question? I know there's a lot more questions, but we're going to try to wrap up. So the early bird bonus, remember, if you sign up before Tuesday morning, we're actually having the coffee time with me a little bit later. So it's going to be on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you sign up. I'd say at the latest by Tuesday. If not, what's going to happen is we're going to have the Paint Party Headquarters, the official open on September 13th. But here's what's really cool. when you sign up, you're not only going to get the extra bonus time with me where I just literally answer your questions till my face falls off, but you're also going to be able to get kind of before the big rush. So this will be our fall launch. This is our biggest launch to date. And so I want you to kind of get in there, feel things around, see what's going on, get your footing before we actually open the doors officially September 13th. And then also we are doing the Make Money Now Challenge in September. So September 2nd, you're going to see a training that says where to get the goods, okay? That's going to show you where we have our wholesale stuff. And we are also doing the Make Money Now Challenge in mid-September in Paint Party headquarters. So the ladies are already excited about that. What I love to do is I love to work with different companies and try to make things happen for y'all. And then I give that to y'all to make money from. So right now I've been working with a company and I'm just waiting for their shipment so that I can practice it in order to give all of that, that benefit to y'all. So I always practice what I do first, make sure it works, work out the kinks, and y'all probably heard me while I was teaching. I said, hey, all of y'all in Paint Party headquarters, I'm learning Switcher Studio really well, so then I can make a training for it for you so it's easier. And then in October, we're going to be releasing our accountability groups, which means kind of like me with my, 7, 8 friends that we have that we talk to every day. We're on a constant group chat, what's going on here? I need help here. What's happening here? I want y'all to start building those connections. Just like Jamie said, she's made some of her best friends through Paint Party headquarters. You start to build these connections and lifelong friends. And the coolest part is, I can only talk to my husband so much about a Facebook ad or so much about a paint party, and his eyes start to glaze over. We need other people that understand what we're going through, what we're feeling, the fears, the getting on a live and thinking our neighbor or our friend's going to see us and what are they going to think? So read Big Magic if you're worried about any of that. And who cares what they think? Because in a couple of years, if you just keep at it, yes, you can make money fast. We're going to teach you. We're going to have that challenge come out in Paint Party headquarters mid-September. So you can make money fast. But I don't want to just teach you only a few things, right? I don't want to just teach you, here's how you can do an in-person paint party. I want to show you that, yes, I can teach you this, but if you let me, I can get you to stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, and then beyond. And there's people in our group that are already way past stage 5, and they're actually with my business coach now doing something similar like me. And so I want you to see the potential. So does that mean you start at stage 5? Probably not. But does that mean that you can have the possibility if you're open to it? Yes. And for $37 a month, there's not that much risk involved, okay? So I know I've gone to the grocery store and spent $100 with not even thinking. So when you think about $37 a month for the potential of what can I learn? What kind of connections can I make? What can happen these next 4 months in Q4 when everybody's worried and scared? Why not have some hope? Why not go, okay, let's take some action. Let's try this out. What could happen? It's $37 risk. It's a $37 risk. And then you take it, and then what if all of a sudden, like Karen, making $600 a week in art kits? And all of a sudden you're like, okay, $600 a week times 4, that's what she's making a month just in art kits. That definitely pays for her $37. And it's because I am always looking out for y'all on how to pivot, how to innovate, what you need to do in marketing, because most creative people are not doing that. They're painting pretty things and they're making awesome stuff, but nobody knows about it because they don't know how to market. So not only am I going to help you with painting, I'm also going to help you with marketing and social media and all of those wonderful things. So here's your homework and here's your next steps, okay? So for all of you that joined, I just want to say welcome. We're so happy you're here. So excited. I'm so happy you're here. I want to say, you know, we're waiting for you. We're excited. All of the Paint Party Headquarter girls know that you're coming, so they're ready to welcome you and get excited too. So just give us some patience as we get this together. Over the weekend, I want you to take a deep breath and not be overwhelmed, okay? Yes, the team, we have some of the team that works some of the weekends, but I'm really big about, I really want you to have family time, okay? I don't want you to create this creative life and then forget all about your family. So there's times when you might be pushing hard and doing, you know, I'm up late right now and you're up late with me right now. But then there's other times when you need to have fun. So usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I call them my catch-up/family days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you won't see me really active in the group at all. The reason why is I want you to know that I am not always going to be coming at you with another strategy or another tool, because we have to have time to implement. And we're humans. We got to have time with our family or we won't have a family. If all we do is build a business, eventually we'll look up and we won't have a family to share it with. So you have to have time off. You have to have time away from your phone. So I want you to always be patient with us, especially on the weekends, and know that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I try to stay away from, you know, Facebook, just because I want y'all to know it's okay too. So be patient with us as we get you in. Know that the weekend is a little calmer. And then on Monday, make sure you join by Tuesday morning, because Tuesday, probably around 2 o'clock, I'm going to send an email that's going to go to the email that you paid with. That email is going to give you the link to the Zoom room. That's where we're going to have coffee time. So at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, because you're joining early, the early bird bonus, we're going to have coffee chat. I'm going to just answer your questions till my face falls off, and then we're going to get you going where you need to go. So your homework, I just want to welcome all the new members. We are so happy, and I'm honored to help you. I'm going to go to bed praying for you tonight and just praying for the possibilities for you and the excitement that's coming your way. And then also, I want everybody else for a chance to win your prizes. Just because you don't join doesn't mean you can't win prizes, okay? So there should be a post right now in announcements that says post your paintings and post your paintings under the comments. Make sure you do that, because on Monday, that's when I'm going to announce the winners of the gift cards, the most creative witch dress, the most unique Hootable harvest, as well as the most unique surface. So if you haven't painted yet, you have all weekend to paint. And then on Monday, I'm also going to announce the winner of the Archon mount, the $150 Archon mount. Okay, so my voice is going. It's been a long night. I'm so glad y'all have been here. Let me go ahead and give away one more prize for y'all sticking on this whole time. Actually, I'm going to give away 2 more prizes because y'all have been on here. Oh my goodness, for 2.5 hours with me. Oh my gosh. Let's have Laura Casey. Laura Casey, she says, I have an entire page of starred notes. Laura Casey, you're the next winner. And I'm going to pick one more. Laura Casey, if you will message me your address, okay? And then the post to share. Oh yeah, the Brendan just let me know. So for those of you that don't know, Brendan is amazing. She is a crucial part of our team. And she just said she posted, it's live. The checklist is live of what you need to post and where, and then make sure it's in announcements. So again, go to announcements and you can go there. All right, let me pick one more person. Yes, Renee, that mount would be a true blessing for sure. Joel says, lots of good info, time well spent. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I love you too, Patty. Thank y'all for being patient with me with the ads. That when they changed something up, that's why I wanted it recorded, because I knew I was going to fumble. But again, you know, it's real life, people. Okay, let's go ahead and pick one more person. Let's see. I'm looking. Let's have Jennifer Sullivan Brock. Jennifer Sullivan Brock. There you go. Jennifer Sullivan Brock. I'm writing it down and saying it so you can message me. Jennifer Sullivan Brock. Okay, so I'm going to be sending you something fun too. So please message me your address. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. For those of you that have not joined yet, go ahead and join. It's $37 a month. Literally, the risk is so small to the potential of what can happen in your business. And if you do not believe me, just little over 2 years ago, I was on the fence of going back to teaching full time. And now I am so grateful. My husband said, no, you're not. And we looked at our finances and we looked at where we were spending our money, because now I look at what God has done in my business and I have no idea how it has happened. But I am so, so grateful. And I just want to pass on that favor and share the knowledge I've been learning and all of the resources that I've been learning so that you can make money fast doing something creative that you love. Because again, most of the creatives out there have a lot of great stuff, but they don't know how to market. And that's where I'm here to help you. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you inside the group. And I'm so excited. And I just want to say a big thank you for being a part of the Fall Ball. This has been so much fun. And we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Good night.